Good evening viewers. In my third video, I explained simple present tense. In this video, I would like to continue the usage of tenses because it's very important to learn the usage of tenses if you want to speak English effectively and fluently. So please pay attention. Now after simple present, I am going to explain present continuous tense. Now form, subject plus am, are, is, are plus V1 plus in form of the verb. For example, I am going to market. She is reading the newspaper. He is talking to his friend. Now, I want to explain the usage because all of you are well aware of the form of this verb and also different types of sentences. Now you see, usage. How the present continuous tense is used. Number one, this tense is used for an action that is going on or in continuity at the moment of speaking. So what does it mean? It is used for an ongoing action at the moment of speaking. That means when the speaker is speaking of it, we use present continuous tense. Now take a look at the example. I am going to Raju's house to do project work together. You see here, I am going. So why I use present continuous tense here? It is happening at the moment of speaking. So I use present continuous. I am going to Raju's house to do project work together. Let's take a look at another example. Father is talking to his friends. So when I speak of this action, it is going on. At that moment, father is talking to his friends. Now, usage number two. This tense is also used for an action happening now, but not necessarily at the moment of speaking. It means the action doesn't happen at the moment of speaking. That means not when the speaker speaks of it, but it is happening at some time in present. Now take a look at the example here. See the conversation between two friends, Karan and Charan. Karan asked Charan, "What are you doing now?" Charan replied, "I am working in SBI branch at Harnadapuram." When Charan replied, "I am working in SBI branch at Harnadapuram," the action is not happening at that moment, but it is happening at some time every day. Take a look at another example. Divya is asking Kavya, "Where are you studying?" Kavya replied, "I am studying in Narayana College." So when Kavita replied, "I am studying in Narayana College," it's not happening at that moment. It is happening every day, but at some time. So, this tense is also used for an action happening now, but not necessarily at the moment of speaking. Now, usage number three. This tense is used for a future action when the arrangements are made for it or when we made some plans for it. Many of us don't know that present continuous tense can be used for a future action. So, look at this important point here. When we can use present continuous tense for a future action. For example, you want to meet your friend tonight. You have an appointment with him. In the morning, you talk to him that you wanted to meet him at 6 p.m. in the evening. So here appointment is made. So when you are talking about your action that is happening in the evening, you can say, I am meeting my friend this evening. So here arrangements are made. What are the arrangements? You have an appointment with him. That itself is an arrangement. Now take another example. I am going to Hyderabad tomorrow. See here, tomorrow indicates future time. But the tense is in present continuous tense. Here you have a doubt. Sir, for future time, how can we use present continuous tense? It is possible. Arrangements are made for the action. What are the arrangements? Generally, when we go on a journey, what we do before the journey starts? We book the tickets in advance and we pack up our luggage. That is what happened here. Arrangements. What are the arrangements? We book the tickets in advance for our journey and then we pack our luggage. So prior to the journey, arrangements are made. Now you can understand, present continuous tense is also for a future action when we make some plans for it. Now take another example. My sister is getting married next month. Next month indicates what? Future time. But the tense is in present continuous tense. How is it possible? Here what happened? Here also we made some arrangements. Generally for marriage, what arrangements we make in advance? We fix the date and venue for the marriage and then we distribute the cards. So these are the arrangements made before the future action. So when you take a look at these two examples, you can understand that we can use present continuous tense for future action when arrangements are made in advance. Now, usage 4 is the last one. This tense is used with the adverb always when the speaker feels that the other person's action often troubles him. Generally, viewers, adverb always is used for an action that happens regularly. It is used with the simple present tense. But here I am going to show you how always can be used with the present continuous tense. Take a look at the example here. Teacher is talking to a student. You are always complaining of headache. Here, a student often tells the teacher that he has headache to leave the class in the middle. So here, the teacher is troubled by the action of the student. He doesn't always say that he has headache, but quite often, that means 3 or 4 times in a week, he says that he has a headache. Take a look at another example. You are always finding excuses to postpone your work. So here boss is talking to his subordinate. That subordinate often finds excuses, different kinds of excuses to postpone his work. Here, the subordinate's action troubles the boss. Here also, always is used with the present continuous tense. So that is the way present continuous tense can be used with the adverb always. My dear friends, in the last 2 sessions, I taught you different ways to enrich your vocabulary. One of them is learning synonyms and their meanings and then the usage of those synonyms to develop your vocabulary. Another way is catching unfamiliar words and then understanding their meanings when the story is narrated. That's what I have showed you in the 4th video. Now, I am going to show you another way to enrich your vocabulary. That is phrasal verbs. So what's a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a combination of verb plus preposition or verb plus adverb. Don't worry whether the word after verb is preposition or adverb. You just take the whole combination and then understand the meaning. For example, you see here, break down. Here break is verb and then down is adverb. Now you see how it is used in the sentence, how it is used. First you see the meanings of this word and in what situations these meanings are applied. One of the meanings is stop functioning. You see here, when we talk about machines, phrasal verb breakdown is used with the meaning stop functioning. Now take a look at the second one, collapse mentally. In what situation is used? When we talk about people, this phrasal verb breakdown is used with the meaning collapse mentally. Now see how the phrasal verb used with these meanings in sentences. Take a look at the first one. My car broke down while I was on my way to office. Here you see. My car broke down means my car suddenly stopped functioning when I was on my way to office. Here I talked about the vehicle. Now here you see, second example. When Vishal's mother heard the news of his accident, she broke down. That means Vishal's mother heard that her son had an accident. When she heard this news, she broke down. Now here, I use a phrasal verb when I am talking about the people. Here, broke down means collapsed mentally. So this is the way the phrasal verb breakdown is used. Now let's see another phrasal verb, break into. It means enter by force. Now see how this phrasal verb is used with this meaning in these sentences. Thieves broke into my neighbor's house last night and stole all the valuables. That means they entered by force. Thieves entered by force into my neighbor's house. Here you see, he broke into my chamber without my permission. Without taking permission, he came into my chamber forcibly. So that is the way phrasal verbs are used. So, my dear friends, this is another way of enriching your vocabulary. I hope you enjoyed this session too. In the last session also I told you, after listening to the video session, you can send your suggestions and comments to my channel. I always welcome suggestions and comments from my subscribers. Thank you.